1,500 yards and whatever else he can get. It's the Huskies in the fourth.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway on a Monday night. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations in high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
Now Lawrence. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Donovan Peoples-Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenneth Walker hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Huskies are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, here's Lawrence. A quick throw there is incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. But now it'll be third down. But you look at this defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Now Lawrence to throw. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. San Francisco. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Huskies are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now Lawrence to throw on second down. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. When you look at this defense, and this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. There he goes, right side. And touchdown. An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Huskies are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Hey, rookie, that's the way to make an impression. Return one for a touchdown.
Yeah, welcome to the party. We saw him fielding those punts before the game, and he just had a little bit of a look in his eye, didn't he?
He did. He was a confident young man, and now we know why.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Yeah, he's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action now. Lawrence. This one caught by Kittle. Fighting his way through contact. A big play there for the Niners. 65 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often. So.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. Moody good with the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there. 54 yards. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. They'll try and run Walker. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Huskies go up by 2 touchdowns. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback. The Niners set to take over on offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Lawrence. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw out wide to Walker. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll look to throw here on first down. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Second down and 3. Looking to throw. He completes this to Walker. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. Walker. Touchdown. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now it's the backup Winston. Out to his left. And he will slide down with a good gain. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On third down, Winston. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Second and 2. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is 2-.
And this is caught. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Oh, you're impressed,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not
That
mistaken,
does.
correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Touchdown! A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night. And the Huskies have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
49ers 21.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Play action now. Winston. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Second down, Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football like on a sprint.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! A big play there. 58 yards. And the Huskies have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
49ers 21. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. McCaffrey running up the middle. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss pass, and it also brings up fourth. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every...
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown! A great play there. 57 yards. And the Huskies get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
49ers 21. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. McCaffrey on the counter. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Throwing, Winston. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. He threw the pick 6 a moment ago, and that his 2nd of the ball game, unfortunately. So a few demons probably running through his head now as he starts on 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Huskies take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Pushing his way through. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Jameis to throw it. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Winston. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Walker has it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A solid chunk there, 15 yards. They'll set up a throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Back to throw here.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
91.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Rio offense set to take over. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey,
and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards.
And the Huskies are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
First down, Winston.
And that went too wide and incomplete.
that incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now a second down throw for Winston.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
To throw, Winston. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Rio offense set to take over. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nip.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown. A great play there. 61 yards.
And the Huskies continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted.
And Winston lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. From the gun, Winston. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And now off to the races, down the right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
And the 49ers first down.
To throw is Winston.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Moody good with the extra point.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Jake Moody to kick
So
off
following the
49ers.
touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Rio offense set to take over. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Winston. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Play fake. Winston. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but
I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Here's Walker. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now Jameis on second down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
23 yards. First down, 49ers.
A first down throw for Winston. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Winston now to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Jordan Brooks, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Winston. And my goodness, another interception. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your...
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. As this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Rio, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Good night, everybody.